I picked up, bro. I don't know how I did it. His fat ass. I picked up. I said, boing. They was like, Diana. They was screaming my name. And then the boy on the floor, I swear to God, word to my mother, he was on the floor. He was like, mommy. I'm like, really calling his mother? And they was like, open the door. They kept kicking the door, banging on the door, like, trying to smash the door open.
My new bitch battle, you a bitch can see the arms fake. Timing, ain't no party shit on her body, so she want it. Oh, nah, she back it up like we in traffic. Oh, God, I pray to God that she don't panic. Oh, nah, it go like VVS's. Niggas out here faking, they need.
What's up, happy YouTube? It's your girl Diana back with another YouTube video, and as you can see from the title, I'm gonna be doing a story time mukbang on the time that I basically threw this boy on bricks and I sent him to the hospital, and then his sisters came to my house to fight me, and he had like a bumper. It's a whole crazy story time. I did tell this story before, but I had told it when I had like less than 10k subscribers, and I deleted it because I was getting threats. But suck my dick, I'm telling the story again respectfully. With that being said, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the hashtag Dayanafontus. Not with the gang. You can hang. Without further ado, let's just jump into the video. Is it me, or like when I be eating seafood, I don't wear gloves because it's just like I need my hands, but I'm gonna wear gloves for the sake of this video. So this is 2 clusters of snow crab legs. Got corn and potatoes in here, and then we got corn and potatoes in here as well with 1 pound of shrimp. So I was about to pay $7 extra for them to take out the head when all I gotta do is like pull it and boom, it's off. I just don't like eating food when the eyes is looking at me like, bitch, why you staring at me? This event or whatever happened a long time ago, right? I don't know how to talk with my mouth. Wait, what? I don't know how to talk while I have food in my mouth. It was a day after school, and it was a day where my dad had work. The reason why I'm telling y'all my dad had work is because he would usually pick me up, but since he didn't have work, it was me and my little brother, and oh, let me wear the gloves. Fuck it, I'm not wearing gloves. Y'all bugging. It was me, my brother, my friend, and her cousin, right? In James Lee, we usually take a certain route, and that route is the route that nobody really be taking. So it's just me and, you know, like the people I usually walk with. But this time I wanted to take another route. So the other route that we took, it was where like everybody like from the same school was like took basically. So we walk in. So there's another group that I fucked with, but I didn't really fuck with like that on the other side. Like right now I fuck with them. And there's 2 sidewalks, one right here, and then like in the middle is the road, right? So they over there and I'm over here. We walk in, and this boy just kept bothering me, bro. Like he was bothering me and my friend. And I was like, stop bothering me. He was just bothering me, bro. Like, you know, like when a fly or a fly just keep going in your ear. You're like, bitch. It's like that. Like, damn, nigga, like you all up on me. Move. All right, he was all up on me, bro. When I tell you, this boy called me and my friend a bitch. I was like, a bitch? A bitch? Alright, I'm gonna show you who's really a bitch. Basically, that's what I did. So he called me, I forgot what he really, like the whole sentence. I just remember him calling me and my friend a bitch, and I was not having it. Andrew, I'm taller than him, but he's way fatter than me. Like, I was way skinnier than I am right now. Like, I'm skinny. Back then I was mad skinny, and let me give y'all a little backstory. Back then I used to fight a lot. Like, I used to fight a lot. I used to fight bitches, I used to fight niggas, I used to fight a lot. I had came from my country, like the country I was born in, so it's like, I'm coming to America, I'm not about to let these little bitches fuck with me. That was that, and I was not about to take his bullshit. So this had happened a few years after I came to New York, but when I first came to New York, oh nah, I was so aggressive. Like, I was ready to fight anybody. Yeah, he's shorter than me, but he's chubby, like mad chubby. Like when I tell you I picked him up, bro, I don't know where all that strength came from, but it happened so fast. Like, I felt like Hook, basically. Like, when I'm telling you, I picked the boy up and I slammed him, bro. But in my head, I felt like I just pushed him. Everybody around me was like, you picked him up. Looking back at it, I picked that nigga up. I picked that nigga up, bro. Like, bro, I don't know how I did. I said, boing. You know, like how in the Avengers, niggas just be on fucking rocks. That's what I did. When I tell you it was bricks, it was bricks. It's like slanted. It's not like a wall. It's like slanted. So when I threw him, his head said, boom, like that on a brick. So after I did that, I walked away. And then like the people behind me and the people that was across the street, they was like, Diana. They was screaming, why the fuck y'all screaming my name? And then the boy on the floor, I swear to God, word to my mother, he was on the floor. He was like, mommy. And I'm like, this nigga really calling his mother? So I went in front of him. I looked at him. Bro, I started saying, I'm so sorry. Bro, I felt so bad because, bro, this boy was bleeding so much. Like, right here was bleeding so much that you could see the white thing, like, on his head. You could see the white thing, bro. Like, what is this tissue?
Yeah, it's tissue.
You seen it when you was with me. You seen it, right? When I seen the way his head was looking, yo, I felt so bad. I started worried. I started to get worried. I was like, I'm so sorry. He's really on the floor. Everybody trying to help him up or whatever. And across the street was this church that, you know how I said the group of kids was on this side? On that side, it was a church where it's like an after school that they used. Well, I think they probably still go. No, I don't think they still go there. But it was a church that had an after school in it that they used to always go to, right? So the kids and we took him in. I didn't go all the way in because I didn't go to the after school. I helped them take him in, and then I went home. I was literally like two blocks away from the house I lived at the time. So after I helped them, me and Jamesy went home, and mind you, bro, the friend that he called a bitch, like he called me and my friend a bitch, she continued walking. Bro, I'm still mad at her to this day for that. Like, bitch, why the fuck you kept walking? Like, the fuck? Bro, I'm telling you, I looked and she was all the way down the block, and she had lived right next to me. It's gone. She was nowhere to be found. I was like, wow, that's crazy. So I went home, and that day, my dad, like a few hours later, my dad had came, right? So my dad came, I'm like, I have to tell him. Mind you, my mom was not in New York at that time. Trust and believe, if my mom was here, it would have been a different story. If my mom was here, that shit wouldn't have happened because, like, she would have been the one to pick me up from school and I wouldn't be fighting. But, you know, she wasn't here. She was in Haiti. So what was I about to say? It's so good for me to be talking to y'all, like. So yeah, when my dad got home, I told him. And my dad, he knows that, like, he knows I used to fight. Because, like, the principal would always tell him. But, and the principal knew that too, like. She used to fuck with me heavy. She still fuck with me heavy. But my dad used to know I fight a lot, but it was because, like, kids used to really, like, bully me. Like, I was not trying to take their shit, so any little thing, I wanted to fight. Alright, I wanted to fight. So I told my dad, when he came home, I was like, this boy called me a boozin'. That's how you say it in Creole. And he was like, So what did you do to him? I said, I picked him up and I slammed him. He's like, alright, good. I was like, okay, good, I'm not in trouble. Like, I'm not in trouble. For me. So after my dad gave me that okay, I was like, alright. The fuck? I'm good. Then I went to school and everything, and I knew some kids already knew about it because, like I said, there was kids from the school that was across the street, and there was some kids behind me that seen the whole incident. So you know how they talk a lot. So I already knew some people knew. So when I got to the school, some people was talking about it, but not really. Feel me? So I think it was a Wednesday. So the Wednesday, my dad also had work. So I think I started working with my neighbor. That was like my dad's friends, but the neighbor was like not in the same building type of neighbor, like a block away type shit. Feel me? So this crab leg is mad freaking hard. Alright, so and nothing is happening. It's just calm, you just open. So I go home, lock the doors as always. I was home alone. Just me and James sleep. Let me eat this corn because I love corn. So we just chilling, watching TV, and then we heard the bell ring. The bell is like downstairs in the building, and you have to click the bell, and somebody gotta buzz you in order to come in the building. I was like, who is it? Who is it? And nobody was answering. I was like, who is it? Who is it? And then it was like, open the fucking door. Open the fucking door. I didn't buzz him in, but you know, there's other bells. So they pressed another bell, another person's bell. Whoever it was buzzed them in. And I'm not eating the crab legs no more. Now you're probably wondering, first of all, how did they get your address? Let me tell you. So I had a group of friends that always used to come in my backyard, right? They used to always come back in my backyard so we could chill and play, all of that. Why two of the boys gonna tell them what my address is? And why they gonna bring them to my building? I will never forgive y'all for that. I'll never forgive y'all for that because that shit was grimy. Mad grimy. Like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? These niggas really bring them to my fucking crib. Like, they knew my bell and everything. So once they got inside the building, they brung the sisters up to my like apartment. Mind you, one of them was 17, right? And the other was like 20, 21, 22, I don't know. It was around that age. And I was younger than them. So they came in, bro. They started, like, the door was already locked because, like, I'm home alone. I already know to lock the door. The door was already locked. They was banging the door, kicking the door. Literally, the apartment was shaking. Like, they kicked the door so hard, like, everything was just shaking. Like, I don't know why I didn't think. Like, at that, like, situations like that, you don't think, you know? I wasn't thinking. So what I should have done was I should have got a knife or something, or I should have got a chair and put it in front of the door, in front of like the handle, some shit, so they can't open the door fully if it broke. They kept kicking the door, banging on the door, like trying to fucking smash the door open so much that they eventually unlocked it. Like, they unlocked it. When they unlocked it, and I seen them come in, I ran to the bathroom. And the way my apartment was, it was like, when you open the door, you see the living room. And then if you go behind the couch, it's the dining table. And then the kitchen is farther back. And then if you continue going back that way, there's the bathroom. So I ran inside the bathroom and I locked it. And then by the time I got there, they was already like, you know, there too. So they was trying to open the bathroom door. And the bathroom door was not strong. So I was like, I'm not about to let them break this door as well. I said that. I was like, I'm not about to let them break the door as well. So I unlocked it. And I ran to the next room. Bro, when I tell you, one of the bitches fell, right? and the other one grabbed my foot. Like, I don't know. I think the one who fell grabbed my foot. So when she grabbed my foot, that time she had red hair. I swear to God, I remember. She had red hair and she was sweating. So I was pulling on her hair. She pulling on my leg. I'm pulling your hair. Like, the fuck? You pull on my leg. I'm pulling your hair. So she dragging down my leg and I'm pulling on. Like, when I tell you, I never pulled somebody's hair that strong. And I used to like really like play fight and fight and all that. I gripped that shit. I was pulling it. I looked at my hand, but it was like little red hair in my hand. I said, ugh. I dropped it on the floor, but she like kept grabbing my one foot. So I'm kicking her with the other foot. And Jamesy's in the back like trying to like get them off of me. That's my man, for real. Jamesy trying to grab the sister. Get off my sister. When I told you, in order to like go over there, there's a couch and you gotta go like around it. Jamesy went and he jumped over the couch. He jumped on the other sister, trying to get her to get off of me because the other sister was on the ground. So my brother was helping me. That's my brother, you know.
There was a room that had a Naruto knife. I was thinking of getting it.
I remember you told me that.
I was thinking of getting it, but I was like, damn, I wouldn't have enough time. It was like a Minato knife.
My cousin, he's a Naruto lover. You know, he had one of those Naruto, like, it was an actual, like, Naruto knife.
Yeah,
like, an actual thing. I don't know. Jamesy was thinking about, like, getting it. I don't know why he didn't. If we did,
we would have been in jail.
We would have.
No, that's not jail, cause
I mean, it's self-defense, but
if you stab him in the back, that's bad.
yeah, we should have, like, probably in the leg or something.
No, that's still bad. You should gotta do it in the stomach.
We wasn't trying to kill her.
It was a home invasion.
It was, and it was trespassing and all of that. He didn't get it. He didn't get the freaking Naruto shit. So basically, yeah, Jamesy's on the other sister back, and I'm here pulling the other girl hair, but I'm trying to kick her. Mind you, she's on the floor, and this is in the hallway. So in the hallway, there's not much space. Like, the hallway is like the bathroom here, and then you continue walking. There's another room here, another bedroom. So it's like there's not much space in the hallway that they're trying to get me at. So I wasn't trying to let them get to the other room because that's not my room. Neighbor that had lived next to me, like right next to me, I used to play with her niece and everything, all of that. So we was pretty cool, and we was just pretty cool for me. Like, and them, they were like mad hoods. So like shit like this used to always happen to them. Like, bitches would, you know, usually pull up to their crib or whatever and try to fight them, right? So they was home that day. It was this girl and her boyfriend. Excuse me. They were home that day, and when they kept hearing the door like dinging, they looked through the knob. They looked through like the peephole. They was like, that's probably for them, but they was like, they thought that it was like for them, like the girls was coming for them, but like it was like they got the wrong apartment. Feel me? So when they noticed that the door was like opened, like they kept hearing like the shouting and stuff like that, they came in. And bro, when I tell you, they started wilding out, bro. The girl and the boy, like they came in the apartment, and they started dragging the girls. They started dragging the girls, and the girls left. Like the girls started running. They was like, well, you fucked up my brother. I'm gonna fuck up your house. I'm gonna fuck up your house. And they basically ran off. If they didn't ran off, bro, I swear to God, they would have really got hurt, because my two neighbors, they really do this shit. Like they does this, like, so they was really like about to square up with them and stuff like that, about to fight them. They was yelling at them. They was like, fight me, bitch, fight me, like she's mad young, fight me, fight a bitch your age, like stuff like that. Feel me? Fight a bitch that's your size. The fuck? So she's like, well, I fucked up your house, and they basically ran off, and that was it. Like, so the neighbors, they stayed with me and Jamesy after we told them, because it was a girl and a boy, after we told them the story and how all that happened. They stayed with us, and they was watching TV. They basically stayed with us until our aunt came. And our aunt came, and she seen them there. She was like, what's going on? Like, what happened? So they started telling her the story. She was shook. She was like, what the hell? Like, why didn't you call anybody? Da da da. I was like, I don't know. I forgot to tell y'all a part of the story. So the next day after I had like swung him or whatever, the two girls came to the school, And they were mad calm. According to the principal and everything, they were mad calm. You know, I feel like I didn't really explain the story that good, so let me just like let y'all know. So I had swung him or whatever on a Tuesday, and then Wednesday morning they came to the school, and then Wednesday afternoon that's when they came to my crib, right? And then Thursday is when the police got involved and everything. Mind you, the brother's in the hospital, because I told y'all like he was like dead ass bleeding, so they had no choice but to bring him to the freaking hospital, you know, regular shit. When they went to the school, they was like mad calm, asking my principal like, we just want to talk to her, we just want to like see what happened, like nothing, you know. They was acting calm when really they already had the idea of what they were gonna do, which was to fucking try to beat me. Like, after everybody came home and everything, and I told them what happened, my dad had came like late at night. So when I told him, he was upset. So my dad took me. So my dad was not trying to go to the school. He was not trying to take me to school. But he was like, no, I'm going to take you to school so I can talk to the principal. So when he brought me to the school to talk to the principal, and we told her everything that happened, this lady called the cops. There's like a certain, like the actual cops, but like the cops like fuck with the principal. Like, you know, it's like when some shit happened, this is the type of cops they called. So they came and they were trying to make me feel bad. Like, I was telling them like, why he called me a bitch? Like, in my head I pushed them, and they was like, well, everybody's saying that you swung him. Push him, swung him, whatever, the fucking same outcome came out. Like, either way, whether I pushed him or I swung him, like, he was bleeding. So the cops, the officers is like here talking to me like trying, you know how like officers be like, but they're not the same as like they're the real cops, but they're not like the real cops. Like, they're just siding with the principal. My dad was like, bro, my dad was not having it. So when we went home, we called the cops. We called 911, and they came. And the investigation people with the flashlights and stuff like that, they was like checking the walls for fingerprints, and they said they didn't find any. I'm like, bitch, shut up. Like, bro, when I tell you I had to tell the story multiple times, like, the first cop came, I told him the story. Second cop came, I told him the story. Third cop, like, it was like mad cops, and I had to keep telling them the same fucking story. Like, I'm like, I told this officer the story already. You could go ask them. They're like, nah, I want to hear it from you. And the reason why they do this is to see, like, if they will catch you in a lie or something. So, you know me, smart ass. I kept my story the same because it was the truth. The fuck? Like, y'all came in my crib and, like, what is there to lie for? So, I just kept telling the same story I told y'all over and over again to every cop that kept asking me. And cops basically asked me, like, what school I go to and all of that. Me, I didn't know they was going to go to my school, but they did. After, like, investigating and, like, writing down what I said and everything, they went to the school. Now, when they went to the school, they asked they asked the principal for the girls' freaking address and everything. Because, bro, they trespass. They try to fuck me up in my own house. Like, you know, what you expect. So, they went and the principal gave the police officers the girls' address, the boys' address, because, you know, they live together. Like, that's his sisters. So, went and got, like, a group of girls that look similar and, like, took pictures of them. And they covered all of their mouths, bro. They covered all of their mouths. I'm like, how am I supposed to know if I can't see their full face? Like, I picked the two girls that I thought was the whoever. And, bro, it was supposed to be, like, a whole investigation type thing where we go to court and we was gonna, like, you know, press charges and all of that. And just, like, get to the bottom of this. Like, what the hell? Like, so they could get charged and everything. Like, you're of age where you could get arrested, and you trying to beat up a minor, bitch. Like, if I act grown, nigga, that's why. Because, like, I always had something responsible for. Like, I was the one responsible to call the officer the next day. When we were ready to go to the police station so that we could, like, pick whoever, like, in person. Like, I was responsible for calling the cops. Like, I didn't know the cops' number. Like, when they said they gave it to my aunt, but my aunt said it wasn't on, like, the house phone. And we was looking through the house phone for the number when the cops had called us. We couldn't find that shit. So, we just ended, like, just not calling the cops. And the case was just dropped. Like, niggas dropped the case. It was just, like, whatever. Like, and that's why. I'm so glad that the case was dropped because I actually left out a few details, a few personal details. If we was to go to the cops, y'all probably won't be here. Y'all probably wouldn't be hearing from me right now. I probably wouldn't even have a YouTube channel. Nothing really happened. Like, nothing happened to the girls or whatever. So, and you know, like a few weeks or maybe a month after, I seen the girls like twice. And when I seen them, like there was one day I was doing laundry with my older brother. And she came in the laundry and I was like, Evans, that's her. And then he was just like staring at her like. And I don't know if she recognized me and like if she knew that was me, but I was just like, that's her. Like,
I was gonna pull up on them and you said no.
bro, Evans is crazy. Moral of the story, I don't fight anymore because that's why. Like, when you get me so mad, like not only I say things that's very disrespectful, but like I might actually hurt you. But yeah, let me know if y'all want me to do more mukbangs. And if y'all do, y'all gotta let me know like what y'all want me to talk about while I eat. So I'm gonna finish the rest of my seafood later on tonight while I watch my Grey's Anatomy. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I didn't even take a thumbnail. Fuck. I was supposed to take a thumbnail before I started eating. What?